Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to another Heart to Heart. I hope you guys have all been doing well. Today's Heart to Heart is for all my girls and guys out there who are shy, reserved, just lets things slide and just lets things be, even when things aren't always fair or when things are being done to you in an unfair manner. I want to speak to you guys. Recently, I've been going through a situation where things were being done and I felt like basically there was unfair treatment. I'm not a confrontational person, so I didn't even want to confront it. I was just kind of like, you know what, God, can you just please deal with it, because I'm not trying to fight these people, you know? And so I just let it be. I let it be. But one thing I realized by just letting it be was that I was hurting inside. Like, I was upset about the situation and I was hurting and I was saying, God, like, why is it that these annoying things always happen to me? Like, I literally haven't done anything to these people, but why is it happening to me, you know? I don't know if you guys watched my last video, but I was telling you guys about posturing yourself, right? Positioning yourself, because the battle is the Lord. And I said, God, yeah, surely, like, I'm going to posture myself, I'm going to position myself. And, you know, you're going to fight for me. I really was just feeling like I prayed about it, you know, and I was waiting, like, okay, God, you want to do something about this situation? But honestly, I felt like, you know what? If I don't do anything, like physically do anything about this situation, and I just go and just like be praying and waiting, like I just felt like nothing is actually going to change. And I think that sometimes we think, okay, we'll just pray about it, but we don't do anything about it. If you're like me, and you're someone who is quite shy and reserved, even though the ones that know me know that I'm not, like, obviously I can confront things. I'm a lot more like vocal about stuff if I know you and if I have like a good relationship with you. But if I don't know you like that, like, it's difficult. I just don't be confronting stuff like that. But yeah, like sometimes we think, okay, you know, like, I'll just pray about it, let it be, and yeah, God will work things out for me. I think that in some situations that definitely is the case and that works. But also in other situations, I think that there is a call for us to actually take action. It's not every day just pray and leave it there and act like you're not meant to actually do anything about it. So what I started doing was saying, okay, God, you know, like, I feel really hurt inside and I'm not happy. And I feel like something needs to be done about this. So what can I do? You know, and then like each day as I prayed about it, I said, okay, God, like, if you want me to confront and say something about this, give me the opportunity to do so. So I did that. And it's funny because when I was faced with these individuals, there was like a perfect opportunity. I said, okay, cool, this is it. So I went, spoke my mind, literally said everything that I felt like needed to be said. And I felt a whole heap of relief. And you know what? In that situation, literally, it was one of those where these individuals were literally like, didn't even know what to say, didn't even know how to like answer, there was no proper explanation as to why basically the circumstance occurred. So then that's how I knew. I said, okay, cool. Since that's the case, what we're going to do is we're not going to be quiet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start being more like firm. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to say something. So that's today's Heart to Heart. Stand up and say something. There are times where we have to stand up and say something, because if we don't say something, nothing will ever change. And if ever you're in a situation where people are technically being bullies or trying to put you down, trying to devalue you, trying to basically just do whatever they want, even though they know that it is unfair, you have to now begin to stand up. I want to read you guys a verse. In 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7, it says, God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline. And then in Proverbs chapter 31 verse 8 to 9, it says, speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly, defend the rights of the poor and needy. So these verses encourage us to actually speak up at times, to stand up for when things are actually not right. I know that for individuals who are, quite shy, reserved, they may find it really difficult to confront. But I think that as we get older, and especially like in our work life, when we are, working around people, around other individuals in a team, it's really difficult to actually sometimes stand up and confront things when you're someone who is quite shy and reserved. But there are times when you're gonna just have to, round up all the guts that you have and actually just get rid of any fear, because you have not been given the spirit of fear and timidity. You shouldn't be timid. You shouldn't be so scared all the time, so afraid all the time to do anything. You should know that you have actually been given power, love, and a sound mind. Have the authority to stand up and speak up when things aren't right. When you're doing it, obviously you do it from a place of love, but I think that a lot of the times individuals who are quite shy and reserved can find it very hard to speak up because of the fact that they're too worried about, how's the situation going to turn out? They're worried about the other person's feeling, what they're feeling, how they're going to take it, and they don't want to maybe argue or go back and forth. But really, there are times when if you're not going to speak up, most of the time, nothing is going to change, nothing's going to happen. And what I realized is that a lot of the time, these individuals who are treating you unfairly are also treating many others unfairly. So in Proverbs, when it talks about standing up for, those who are being treated unfairly and who cannot speak for themselves, or who find it hard to speak for themselves as well, you're not only doing it for you, you're literally doing it for them as well. So be that person, stand up and speak up and say something. If you know something is not right, someone is not treating, or someone is not being fair, or basically treating people unfairly, I think that it is a time for us to now just we need to be adults. We need to be adults at this point. We can't keep being kids forever, right? In Joshua, the book of Joshua, God tells Joshua, be courageous, be bold and courageous. Be bold and courageous. Maybe you're taking on something new. Maybe you're about to start a new, career. Maybe you're thinking about changing your career. Maybe you're going through something in life right now that's so difficult. You don't really know how to navigate it. You're not sure how things are going to work out for you. I want to remind you guys, that verse literally just came to my mind, to be bold and courageous. Be bold and courageous, because I think we're living in a time where if you're going to be timid, if you're going to be just reserved, laid back all the time, I'm sorry, but you're not going to get to where you want to get to, because there are times where you also have to stand up. You also have to stand up, and you also have to do something. You have to say something. Otherwise, things will never change. So to all my girls and guys who are shy, reserved, laid back, find it hard to confront at times, this is for you. I hope that this heart to heart, encourages you to stand up and say something, stand up and be firm, because you have not been given the spirit of fear and timidity, but you've been given power, love, and sound mind. So stand up. Thank you for watching Heart to Heart, and I will see you in the next video.